Shalom. Yeah, we're going to burn a little midnight oil. we'll give it some time for more people to come in. I hope everybody is doing well. I guess it's one of these nights I'm so wound up I just can't sleep. So we're going to talk about the recent hangings that are going on in the country. And wow, I'm not shocked. I think this is all planned. That's why we're seeing it so often. But we'll give it some more time for more people to come in. How you doing, True Royal?
I'm doing fine.
Shalom, family.
Oh, let me put this over here. Like comments.
All right.
Got a few people in here.
Boy, I tell you, we got a lot of night owls.
Yeah. It's just starting to get dark in California.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's pitch black here. It's pitch black in Jersey.
I just came back from picking all them. Me and my husband was out there picking all them plums. We picked a ton of them. And they real juicy.
I love getting fruit directly from the tree.
Me too.
So much better than even getting it out of a supermarket.
Yeah, because those antioxidants in it are much stronger. And everything. So yeah, we picked a whole 5-gallon bucket.
Wow. Yeah.
And I had to wash them 3 times. Bugs and everything was coming out.
Yeah, unfortunately, they like to eat the same thing we eat. That's how it is.
Yeah. So I just finished rinsing them for the 3rd time.
Right. Okay.
I got to stop eating them because, boy, you'll pay a serious price eating too many.
All right. 104 people in 3 minutes. Woo!
Remember when you did that? You did that hangout one time, just out the blue at an off time, and a bunch of people stepped in.
Yeah, it sure was. It was a lot of people. Like, wow, y'all still up?
Right. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised because I've done some of those.
I think people were still working then too.
Well, shoot. I'm in California time. It's 9 o'clock, so it's people still up somewhere around here in this world.
Wow.
That's a whole nother day for you.
It sure is.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful day.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are now officially 4 hangings. 4 hangings. And I'm just going to say it. I believe the police are doing this. We already know that the police departments are infiltrated by the Klan. And don't you find this strange that all of these hangings are always in a place where there's no cameras? And it's not like they're trying to hide people. Look, they did one hanging across the street from City Hall. So it's not like they're trying to hide it. But, the only ones that will know where there are no cameras around are your police. I'm just saying that to me, it's obvious it's them. And then you look at the climate in the country, the climate is very anti-cop. It's anti-racist, and now the system is working against, these folks when it used to always work in their favor. And of course, they're not going to take that too well.
Yeah, I guess they just thought this was a forever situation. Eventually things do come to an end.
Well,
and you create an energy of negativity, and eventually our Father is going to address that. See, these people don't believe, this has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It could be, we could be creating an energy of negativity, and eventually something is going to happen with that energy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, well, the Vanguard, they're always censoring our stuff. I mean, it's really not shocking. Anytime we want to talk about what's going on in our community, YouTube always seemed to have a problem with that. But if we were talking about, if we both grabbed a watermelon and threw it in a pool, that would be up there forever.
Oh, wouldn't it?
But if we're talking about something that's a concern to us, oh, that needs to be banned. Oh, that's hate speech. Oh,
I could put up a channel right now and just bash black men. They wouldn't take the channel down.
They won't touch nothing.
Folks could be reporting it day in and day out. They wouldn't do a damn thing.
Right.
I know how they get down because I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen potentially good YouTubers. I don't know, the insanity kicked in or what, and they just started bashing their own people. And now the channel is not touched or anything like that. I've seen that.
Yeah. Seen it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But
it ain't no coincidence.
No matter what goes down, I ain't turning around and cooning and bashing and doing none of that stuff. I'm not interested in that.
What do you get out of it? Wait till like when and we know she gonna get a big payoff on this. Wait till Candace Owens get her moment, because ultimately at the end of the day they all get that moment.
Yes, they do.
And I mean, at the level at how vicious she is, and how far she want to go, she's pretty much setting up her own punishment.
Yeah. Well, if you did not hear, Candace Owens is raising money for the cop that killed Rayshard Brooks. Okay. She's raising money for killer white supremacist cops now. And of course, talking trash about Rayshard and his background, which I don't give a damn about that. I don't care what he got in his background. He did not.
Oh, but she no. So she wants to talk about somebody's background, and both of these cops got numerous complaints against them in the force, and she wants to talk about somebody's background. She could kiss my ass.
Yeah. There
ain't no
she got one thing that's very consistent. She never looks in the background of a white supremacist. She never looks in their background. The only background Candace Owens is interested in looking in is the black victim. She's more than happy to do that.
Yeah, somebody need to check her background. She was the school thought.
Well, and she was also a con artist in that apartment she used to live in. So, hey.
She did some backroom deal with them so they wouldn't expose her ass.
Definitely paying her. She's a paid troll. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look, black people are never right. Every time we raise an issue, we're always wrong. How the hell can that be? She's a paid troll. They're paying her handsomely to come out against her own people.
And you know,
the same people that are paying her, they wouldn't go against their own to save their mamas. Like, they would always consistently stay on the side of their people. They would.
And that's what you're supposed to do, because how them people ultimately look at you, they have no respect for you. They really don't, because they saying this is okay. If this is what you do to your own people, then ultimately in the end, we can't trust you.
Right.
She's not a trustworthy individual. You're doing this to your own people.
Right. For money. Yeah.
And they will, and I have said this often, Lisa, they will invest. They will invest in our demise. They will invest in white supremacy because it's a big payoff. But see, again, the space and time that we are in, now that energy has shifted and it's negative in the people. See, it takes the masses of the people. They have a disdain because it ain't a good look. And plus, Brick Brother watching you don't look good. You don't look good. And it wouldn't matter if it even was the enemy. It could be any race of people that you seeing folks day in and day out just doing pure ugly.
Yeah.
People feel some kind of way about that after a time. So yeah, people are turned off with these damn pigs. I mean, I'm happy to witness it. You see how many of them running off the force? They they running because they don't want to face reality. that you can't just go out here on these streets and sit up here and brutalize people and just think that it's just going to keep going on. Because I said this the other day. I said, okay, y'all keep doing what y'all doing and stuff. And see, people start finding inventive ways to make you feel. And what they will ultimately end up doing is say, you know what, we really not going to patronize these businesses and stuff. And then the business owners will start saying, I'm sick and tired of these damn cops. They affecting my bottom line. So it's going to happen.
Well, the schools and universities are saying if they happen to reopen, they want no cops on the premises. So it's already happening. A lot of people are businesses are saying they don't want cops on the premises because it's now cutting into their revenue. People don't want to go into a business where there's cops. They just don't want to be there.
No. So is it paying off?
And plus, there is historically, there is no society that ever lasts forever. This ain't gonna last forever. It has no.
It's negative
quality. It really don't.
It's negative.
Society off of the blood, sweat, and tears of another group. It has no staying power.
Yeah, it's negative. It's a energy of negativity. And disproportionately, African Americans come up dead and unarmed. And then you sit up here.
They murdered our kids publicly.
Yeah.
So even if you wanted to keep the society going, you don't have the support of the people. You really don't have all that much support.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, we already seen the crowds that protested first that went up to the Capitol. Them see-through crowds, it was so little compared to what you're looking at now. They don't have a lot of people on their side. So even if they were fighting to stay in power, who's going to support it?
Yeah, it's
other than themselves.
It's not a good investment at the end of the day, because say somebody wants to come to America from another country and stuff, and they'd be like, wow, it's quite brutal over there. And you start losing revenue. See, one thing white folks understand is money, and so you got to make them feel it some kind of way.
Oh, they're feeling it. Yeah, they're feeling it. You got to think this society has not been flowing since March. And it's still not flowing. They still don't have all of these businesses open. And the few that are open, many of them got to shut down because everything is spreading again.
Yeah.
So
that's why you quickly see, and you can see, Lisa, even before all of this marching and stuff happened, for the last few years, we've been seeing where it wasn't working in a person's favor, like what was that 3 years ago, during the summer, where we were doing the barrage of the videos of all those mass phone calls and stuff. And if they knew who that person was, they would immediately fire them because it wasn't good for business.
Right.
So it was in motion when you started pulling back the layers and looking at this moment was coming.
It had to come.
Yeah.
It had to come. And you can't be ugly to another people for 400 straight years and really believe your outcome was going to be good. And that's all we got. We got 400 straight years of ugly.
Yeah.
But they seem to think this is going to last, and they're going to, you listen to Trump. Oh, we're going to reopen. Everything's going to be great. We're going to get back. And no, you're not getting nothing back, man.
No.
You're not getting nothing back.
No. You want to sit up and brutalize my people, humiliate them, because you can see their frustration even coming out where they're attacking the entire royal family. And then on top of that, you want us to partake in the things in America, patronize businesses and all of that. Something got to give
and
at the end of the day.
Us in the process.
Yes. Yes,
You know?
that's insane.
But you know what? But I'm glad. Look at what happened at the end. You know, they were on their high. Remember, they were high IQ this, high IQ that. And after March happened and everything had to shut down, they're not doing all that boasting anymore, are they?
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Nobody wants to open their mouth and say high IQ anymore. I noticed that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it took a virus to shut them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the way this thing got to, work for them, you want our business too, because at the end of the day, these people see green.
Yes.
So you want to take, like I was reading an article about reparations, and they were talking about if we did receive our reparations, they were talking about how trillions of dollars are not stimulated in America's economy because of their racism. Trillions. Now, I know a business owner could be racist to the core and say, hey, white folks, was just exclusively purchasing things from their business, but they never can't see quite of a profit.
Right.
So
thank
you want
Jerome Davis for the super sticker.
So you want business from other people. So you see green at the other day. So that shows you the level again of insanity that y'all have so much racism that if we received our reparations, that's trillions of dollars that's stimulating the economy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good business person at all.
No.
Not good.
Right. Your hate is going to really be your downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And hey, if you're dumb enough to go that route, who am I to stop you? Go right ahead. That's the way I see it.
And then you think we're going to sit up and patronize abuse.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And see, I think what happened was when we all went into lockdown and they were no longer in a position to influence us or be around us and, and still do all the old things that they've been doing for centuries. I noticed it was a mass awakening among the people. That's why you see so many out in the street. I mean, because even many of these white folks, they are at rock bottom now. They don't have their jobs. They can't do the things they used to. They were in isolation and wondering, how am I going to make it? Many of them didn't pay their rent or they're behind on their mortgage. They're now we always talked about an even playing field is definitely even now, isn't it?
Yes. And the thing that I repeatedly keep seeing on my channel, they fatten themselves up for the kill. They don't even know how to survive in lean times. They did that so long ago. They such glory hogs. Like I said, for years, they'll talk about, well, the economy is up, the economy is down, we're going through this, we're going through that. I can't tell the difference. All I know how to do is survive.
Right. Thank you, DPB79, for the super chat. Thank you.
And I didn't sit up here and panic or anything like that. My family made it. So you look at what the enemy done to themselves.
Panicking. We've been in oppression mode for so long. We had no other choice but to survive. We've always been in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
So what really changed? Nothing.
Mm-hmm. I think about the times when my husband was working before he retired, where he would say, "Oh, I got laid off. Ain't nobody in the house fell apart. What the hell we gonna do?" And all of that. Be like, "Oh, okay."
No domestic violence. None of that mess.
It didn't. Nothing changed. We just had to
get around each other. They got to beat each other's brains out. Tired of being around each other.
So coins and that's another thing that pointed out. Because a couple of white boys kill a women during this this shutdown.
Yeah, a couple of kids got killed too. When them women realized they had to be home with them kids around the clock, they killed. I think a few of
Wow.
them women, they killed their kids.
Damn.
Mhm.
People something else.
I was like, yeah, y'all only made it because you didn't have to be around each other 24/7. Now you got to be around each other like that, and you're not making it. They said the divorce filings is through the roof.
Wow.
You know, through the roof. These people seriously, look, if they're not getting along with us, what makes you think they're going to get along well with each other?
Yeah. The analogy that I love using with that is caged animals in their household. They caged animals. They have to release that demonic energy so they can go out in the world and release that energy on us. But they've been up in the household with each other, so they start releasing that shit on each other. That's what that's about. Whipping on each other's tails. I can't wait to see how many black babies are going to be born. Oh, it's going to be so many of them Rona babies.
Yeah. I seriously don't see any growth among them. They even their scientists, the last video I did on the low birth rate, they said very few babies are going to come out of this. And I know who they're talking about. They're talking about them.
I love that. I like that.
See. Dwight Baker, thank you for becoming a channel member. Thank you.
So they, like my grandmother used to say, bless her heart, their favorite indoor sport was beating each other's ass. They had all that time in the house, and all you can do was beat each other's ass.
Yeah.
And glare at each other. Glare.
And it's amazing how even during this time, our people are still being killed. And Karen is still out here with her phone trying to call the cops on every damn body.
Yeah, Karen on one. Where is Karen's man? Because I know she's frustrated.
I don't think there's one present. That's probably why she's acting out the way that she is.
Yeah.
There is not one.
She don't have no way to release her tension, so she fucks with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord, Karen. Sound like
a
problem.
Always coming where she's not wanted.
I know I'm being messy, folks. You know how I get down. Y'all read in between the lines. Like this.
Yeah. Wow. You know, never cease to amaze me. All right, y'all. We're going to get on to the subject matter of why we are here. You know, we do have stuff to talk about as far as these lynchings that are going on. And I really believe this is a planned attack on our men, because look at how many are happening in just a short period of time. And it's not a coincidence, like I said, that all of these hangings are going on where there's no cameras. All right. So really, it's your people that work for the local cities, you know, city government, and your police that know where cameras are located in the city and where they are not. Okay. It's not a coincidence. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Just give me a 1 if you can see my screen. No, these people are so remedial. They do the same redundant thing all the time. And we're seeing too many of these things all around the same time. Yeah. Come on. They done spoke to each other. Just think about this, y'all. You got a very anti-racist protest going on in the country. And it's all over a black man, right? So they are out in the streets over the killing of black people. So what are they doing on the sideline now with all these hanging, killing black men? It's not a coincidence. Just look at how it's happening.
So is all of these happening in California? These hangings?
No. They're actually all over.
Because it wasn't like 2 of them, like in a 50-mile radius.
One in Houston and one in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. This is not, no. This is all planned. It's a planned attack on our men. And this is why it's really important for any of our men and even women, because they'll lynch a woman too.
Mm-hmm. It sure
Be
will.
careful of your surroundings when you're out, especially when you're by yourself. And I hate, I don't advocate violence, but carry something to protect yourself. I'm dead serious because we are in very dangerous times. When these folks feel like they are losing, they become dangerous.
Yeah, like when you were showing that video the other day of that woman looked like she was on meth or something like that.
Yeah, they become desperate.
We're gonna see more of that. And I have been saying even before all this stuff went down, I know for me personally, I rarely go anywhere without my husband.
Right.
We damn near go everywhere together. You know, when we shop or something, he's watching my back.
Right. Thank you, Natty, for the super sticker. Thank you very much.
And,
all right. Let me just get this up on the screen. Go ahead and finish what you were going to say.
And I was saying years ago, I was saying that a black man in America needs to conduct himself like literally like a white woman. You know, like they'll say a black man to get in the elevator, and the first thing the white woman to do is clutch her purse. He literally got to clutch his damn nuts. And
yeah.
So a black man, he's not safe out on these streets. And that does not say that our men are weak, but he's a target.
Yeah.
You stepping out in a damn war zone. This shit is ridiculous. So I take this personal. I got sons. We have black men in our family.
Right.
That are under siege.
Sure are. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is global news. It came out June 17th, 2020. Fourth black person found dead by hanging in U.S. Authorities suspect suicide. And we know which authorities are suspecting this, the same authorities that are doing this. That's what I'm saying. Okay. For at least the fourth time in less than a month, a black person has been found dead hanging in the United States, which authorities have once again ruled as a suspected suicide. How do you come to that conclusion without even an investigation? See, this is how it points to the police. You don't even want to do a damn investigation. You just want to come out of your face and say it's a suicide. You haven't checked into nothing. Now, this last guy that was hung, they said it was blood on his shirt. Okay. But again, everything's a suicide.
That's just not in our overall culture.
No.
And
the history of hanging in this country, there's no way in hell this would be the way a black man would kill himself. There's no way.
Yeah, and just say for the sake of an argument that he's gonna kill himself, knowing what that speaks to his individual family, a hanging, the trauma, the mental trauma that the family would go through.
Yeah.
Just to leave that type of message. It's just a little deeper type of message there.
Yeah. And historically, when our men were hung, they were taken down by wild mobs. Okay. They did not do that themselves. And you can best believe in the case of these men, it was multiple people involved. I don't believe it was just one person that did this. It was many. That's how they have operated in this country when it comes down to lynchings. It was always a mob of them and one black man or one black woman. That's how they've always done it. Yeah. So you really believe in this case, in this day and age, because these people are very redundant. They don't change anything. So do you really believe that they are not doing this in a mob?
Yeah, because we gotta be, like when you're saying being careful, Lisa, we gotta also look at how they are viewing what's going down. You got some of these white people out here to take this shit real personal, like somebody did something to them, and now that's why I've been saying, listen to the insanity that they're talking about in law enforcement, that they have to effectively come up with a way to keep doing what they're doing to us.
Right.
That's really what they're saying. Really, you got to really read in between the lines with this. And some of them walking off of the police force and all that kind of crap like that, because you can't at free range continue to keep doing what you're doing to us.
Yeah, but and it's also about respect. They don't want to have to come on the streets and actually show us respect. They would rather quit the job than do that.
Get their ass on then. Ain't nobody missing your ass.
No.
That's like in the streets of New York with Patrick Lynch crying ass.
Get on my nerve.
He was literally about to cry in them streets, sitting up there screaming. And I knew that somebody was gonna come out, and I wasn't surprised. And I said, yeah, you start talking about money, people get a clear understanding about some things.
And plus, his clueless ass must learn. You can't be demanding respect from a community that you never respected. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
This man is an idiot.
He got himself all propped up like, oh, y'all got to come to the bargaining table with us. And some of, like you were telling me the other day, some of these towns are canceling their contracts with the fraternal order. It's like, fuck them. Because still at the end of the day, that's tax dollars.
Right.
And we have a say in this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they didn't really lost the stuff. Some of them are so dumb, they don't even understand how they get paid.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that at all. You just want to have free range to come out on these streets and do whatever the hell you want to do to us. And see, again, because I know they don't give a damn about us. This is bad for business.
Yeah. And Trump is sitting here looking dumb trying to defend all this shit. Mm-hmm. And really, he is powerless in this whole thing. It is your mayor and your local government, your city council, that controls the police. Trump can't do nothing if they want to defund the police. They can do this regardless to anything he sits there and says.
They don't need his fat ass.
No, they sure don't. They sure don't.
So all that shit he was sitting up there talking the other day was just a waste of time, as far as I was concerned.
And look, he's fighting the damn DC mayor, trying to get control over the police. It is not the president's job to control the police. That's the mayor's job, and he's up there trying to upstage her and get the police away.
Well, like they were saying in one poll, I think he was down about 14%, and he's concerned about that. So you come out there and think you're gonna do some little bullshit talk, and that's gonna perk us up. You know how like when these candidates are running for office and how they approach the Black community is we're gonna put more money into fighting crime and all this. And I'm like, why they always coming to us with the crime shit? Y'all act like the only place with
crime bills. If you ain't talking about fixing the police situation, don't come to us at all. We don't want to hear nothing about no crime reform bill. We don't need that. We don't need that.
They're always coming to us with that bullshit. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
You don't come to no other community talking about that crap.
Yeah, and they act like there's no crime in their own communities. Get real.
Please.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so the teenager's death comes shortly after 3 other men were found dead by hangings that were also initially ruled suicide. Just every damn thing is a suicide. Every damn, you see, that's another, in my opinion, another indication. The people that are telling you suicide, they're the ones doing this shit. Okay, so the Harris County Sheriff's Department said on Tuesday that the victim that they found was near a parking lot at an elementary school, which was north of Houston. So that's where the last victim was found. Based on security video witnesses and other evidence, preliminary indications are the male hanged himself. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. The sheriff office said on Twitter, y'all say that about every black man. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There are currently no signs of foul play, it added. An official cause of death has yet to be determined pending an autopsy. And you better not be relying on these counties that are in cahoots with the police to come up with any decent findings. They're going to go along with whatever the cops want. If the cops said suicide, they're going to come back with that mess. In California, Malcolm Harsh, a 38-year-old black man, was found hanging from a tree on May 31st in Victorville.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Just 75 kilometers away from Palmdale, which is about 50 miles. The body of 24-year-old Robert Fuller was discovered on June 10th, also hanging from a tree. Now, he was across the street from City Hall, but there's no cameras. Oh, how convenient. No cameras around your City Hall.
Quite convenient.
Day before Fuller was found, Dominique Alexander, a 27-year-old, was discovered in the same manner at Fort Tryon Park in Upper Manhattan, New York. Medical examiner office concluded the death was a suicide. So everybody's a suicide. Yeah, these people, man, they're bad even at their lying. Oh, every black body they found is a suicide. Everyone, get out of here. No, I don't believe that. No. Okay, they couldn't convince me of that even if I were drunk. Okay, next thing you know, they'll be trying to tell us every hanging for the last 400 years in America has been suicides. You know how they like to change history that don't make them look so favorable.
Yeah, you're right about with the history books, because they were trying to imply that we were immigrants opposed to slaves.
Well, somebody recently said they are trying to get the lynching photos from the past off of the internet. They're now trying to scrub the internet of those lynching photos, I guess, so they can deny everything. That ain't
gonna change. That ain't gonna change that ass kicking that you're gonna get, and that 1,000 years of judgment you're gonna get. You can scrub whatever you're gonna scrub, but you still gonna get your ass whooped at the end of the day. Oh yeah, that's coming.
Now, y'all, do you ever wonder why until now they weren't talking all that come together? They weren't interested in marching out in the streets when Mike Brown died, when Tamir Rice died, when Trayvon died. You notice they weren't marching with us out in the street, but now that we are at the very end of the judgment, our 400 years have passed, we have paid our debt for our sins. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to hold our hand. In fact, they're fighting to hold our hand.
Yeah.
They're fighting to hold our hand now.
Yeah, they being reactionary and apologetic and trying to put money on it and all of that. It don't matter what you do. All you have to do, and I do it frequently. Go find a video where they doing a lecture about the sale of black children, or something like that, or how they would auction us off in the streets of America. And it will leave a burn in you that you just can't shake. You can't shake at all. Like I was telling you, this sister that was a professor that was trying to put a book together, and she was looking through slave sales of children. And she said that she had to take a break from it because she was looking at the sale of a 3-day-old baby. And and that was right along with their livestock.
Yeah, that's what they considered us, like cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing is going to change. We're still going to go down this path. What's going on, they can't control. Think about it. This is why the Most High put a virus down here
Mm-hmm.
to begin with, because look, they can't attack it.
Mm-hmm.
They sure don't know how to fight it. It's been months and they still don't know how to fight this thing.
Now, this is something I wanted to point out. Some people think that the coming out of our captivity after 400 years, what it was not real. You're acting like this going to happen and that's going to happen and everything. Well, look at what the space and time are we in and things that are going on. This stuff is real. This is real. And there's some of the enemy out here. They read the word too. Now they may have been in a state of denial, and some of them are shook up by this because they know what's coming.
I had one write me, why do you keep talking about the Most High? The Most High ain't real. Well, you can't wish him away. Okay. You don't have no authority to tell somebody what's real and what's not. Look at the state your country's in. If you were that powerful, how come you're not fixing your country? How come you're not getting everything in order? Get rid of the virus and get everybody back out here. You can't come and show and prove to us that you have no handle on this whole thing, but you want us to believe what you say. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
And it's really and you haven't resolved this thing, your credibility is damn near gone.
Yeah, like you said, Lisa, an amoeba. They can't shoot it, but they running up there to them federal buildings, them white supremacists, raving mad. I said, these people are insane. What they think they're going to do next?
Right. Well, I saw one video and some guy, and I said, if this was a black man saying this stuff, they would have been had the FBI at his house and trying to arrest him. He made an idle threat of death. Talk about all we need to do is pick up our arms and go to the street. We'll finish this off in an hour. I said, okay, he got to say that. He's talking about killing people. And I said, number one, nobody is in fear of somebody with a weapon out there. I said, the cops are standing all around. They got weapons up the wazoo. So if that's all it took was somebody showing up with a weapon, then everybody should have been scared by now. The cops are already out there armed with all kinds of military gear, guns, and everything else.
Yeah, we see it all the time.
Why would they be scared of you? And then I watched another one. I forgot what location it was, but you saw these two militia guys standing there with their rifles. I said, that's just a form of intimidation, and it didn't scare nobody. Them crowds were stronger than ever.
But what gets me with them is them ones will come out there and they supposed to be helping the police.
Why do the police need help?
Because the enemy
force.
Well, the way that they get down, they deputize themselves. Like even in the Ahmaud Arbery case, they Travis, he really thought he was a cop, and like you said, okay, over 2 months. They went after killing him. They went on with their lives. That bitch cried like a baby because he really earnestly, he was brought up in such a way. He felt just in what he did, and he felt like he was going to get away with that. And you cry. See them Becky's cry? Oh, Brad cries too when they don't get their damn way. They'll pull on them. They'll pull out them Becky tears too. Both of them is one and the same. Remember who their mama is.
Yep. Karen. Karen is their mom. Their mama is Karen.
I'm gonna have to do
more.
Need I say more? That Karen stuff. I'm gonna do a breakdown on that. I'm gonna have y'all tickled when I get done.
Man. But when you see these kind of things going on, you show up with a gun because you don't know what to do. That's really what that boils down to. And you showing up with that gun tells me you don't have control over what's going on, and it's bothering the hell out of you. Just like Trump, he went around to that church, had tear gas thrown, people on horseback, people shooting rubber bullets at a crowd that wasn't doing nothing
Mm-hmm.
to anybody but peacefully protesting. No, see, you're doing all that extra stuff because you know you've lost control. That's why you're doing it.
I don't know what the hell Trump could have been scared of behind them walls. Oh, he weak.
Well, as long as everybody stays out in the street, he knows he's feeling inadequate.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he don't have control. He knows how bad this is looking worldwide. You know, you talking shit about how great America, make America great again. Well, America ain't looking so great. Isn't that the slogan? Make America great again. Well, how come it's not looking so great?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You know?
Can you imagine what they saying in other countries about America at this point?
Well, they come around. Some of them still trying to play that MAGA stuff. And in my opinion, how can you be great when your greatness came off of the backs of a whole different group of people?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come from yourself. There's no documented information that says greatness came out of Europe. There was no greatness that came out of Europe.
Mm-hmm. Them damn inbreds running around in Europe.
They did get rid of the trash they didn't want. And that's sailed over here.
Yeah, they took the scums. It's like how I look at it. Think of the worst white person you have ever encountered. They can scrape up a couple of dollars to own a few of us. Ugh, Lord. It makes the stomach turn, just the thought of it.
Yeah. But that's what happened. There was no cream of the crop floating over here. No. There were people they couldn't wait to get rid of.
Yeah.
That's what came over here.
Yeah, they had their own personal shit that they had to deal with.
You know, but now this is where we are. This is where we are. And one thing they can't say is we got them here. No, you got yourself here.
Mm-hmm. Well, Trump, he don't want to ignore all
that power in this country. Still don't have any. So no, whatever's going down now, you can't lay that on our lap.
No.
No, Trump looked like, to be honest with you, I know he's trying to still sit there and talk tough and all hard, but when I look at that man looks scared.
He do. Because he can't come up with nothing.
None of them can. And I was listening to old Falsey and his fake ass, and he already said the country is not ready for a second wave. And, you know, and they are, and you know, I don't believe we're gonna get out of this wave that we're in because it's just too much contact with people being out in the streets protesting and stuff. And when fall come, I do believe we're going to get more of it. But see, that's what they're afraid. They're afraid when fall come, what's going to happen is going to be far worse than what we saw in the beginning. And part of me believe that too.
Me too.
You know? I think it is going to get worse, and they're not going to be any more prepared than they were in the beginning of.
Yeah, well, even Lisa, even with the shutdown itself, to me, the energy that I was feeling from them, it wasn't a period of rest.
No
adjustment. Just, you know, we're gonna hurry up and we're gonna get back in these streets.
Yeah. And look at what's happening. Now you got North Carolina and Florida where shit is closing up again. You know, and Texas is really in the same boat. Their numbers are going through the roof. Every place where they said we're going to reopen, and it was the South, if y'all remember, that reopened everything first, and it's the South that's hit the hardest right now.
Wow. Ain't that something?
And, you know, I don't care how tough you get in front of the cameras talking, you are not going to defeat this virus. All the tough talk in the world is not going to turn it around.
Yeah, that's what I love. They can't come up with a law and arrest Corona.
They sure can't. I never seen no Corona handcuffs. I don't think that exists.
I don't think so either.
You know, we have been under this oppression forever, but I think the COVID is definitely the new equalizer in this whole thing. Yeah, they may talk all that crap about we die the most, but guess what? They can't get their economy back. They can't. They can't get this economy back no matter what they do. They can't get it back. So, yeah, we may be standing to lose in some of this, but y'all are losing huge. Your 400 years of trying to keep this shit you call an economy afloat, you can't do it now. You can't do it now.
No, you can't. And this, we don't value this system the way they value this system. So
we didn't get to thrive in it. So no, we're not going to value it.
Yeah, we're not looking at, oh my goodness, what we got to lose. We don't give a damn. They can, that would be on the equivalent, like when you see they have protests and then a building get burned down and all of that. And they like, you're burning up your neighborhoods. These ain't our fucking neighborhoods.
Right. Those businesses are not Black owned. Let's get that on the table. Those businesses are not Black owned. So when you say you're burning your own you're burning your own businesses, no, those aren't Black people's businesses. Because remember, your banks won't loan to us even with good credit. So no, those aren't our businesses.
No. So no, we don't have any vested interests in it. And who gives a damn? And you notice that didn't really stick because they tried to use that this time. Well, they're burning this and that. You know, it didn't.
Right. That's usually when they trying to change the direction of the conversation. You know, too much talk about killing a Black man. So let's just turn this around to looting, and nobody gives a shit about that crap that's being looted. And if those stores got insurance, all that shit can be replaced. Get out of here. Nobody cares about that garbage.
The people need it.
You have a store, that's the risk you take, having a store. Yes, sometimes you may get looted, so you're going to get robbed. That is the chance you take when you have that kind of business.
Correct.
Plain and simple. So I don't care nothing about it happening, and never did really, to be honest with you. Never cared about that. And
never fazed me.
You know, but they always care about property. That is the whole history.
It's like when they lose in an argument, Lisa, and they'll throw up in your face. What about Black on Black crime? And I have always had an answer for that. What about it? You should, you don't give a damn about our lives. So you using that like you care so much about Black people dying. So that shit ain't working. So when you using that, what about Black on Black crime? You full of shit. You full of shit. That ain't gonna work over here.
Yeah. You know, it just, you got to understand these people can't save this place, y'all, because they're used to doing the same redundant thing over and over. And the redundancy is just not going to work this time around. And just like they want to threaten people into going back to work. Oh, well, if you don't come back, you lose your job and you lose all your unemployment benefits. That's not going to work. You would get a lot of people to support your businesses and return back to work if you treat people right. But we know you don't have no history of treating people right. So nobody's going to support you now.
Yeah, that part I really like how our Father, it's just amazing how our Father put that together in such a way that it touched every orifice on the planet, that you have to second guess and think about everything that you do. So it's making it harder and harder to abuse the people, threaten the co-workers and all. Ultimately we have the power. They need that labor.
Right.
And it took some people to sit at home like, oh, to hell with this. Why should I go out here and be abused? I value my family. I'd rather be with my family.
Just like people are now rethinking sending their kids. Like, I don't give a fuck. Shoot, open all the schools you want. I'm not sending my kid back in those schools. You know, people are now thinking.
Yeah. And that's what they didn't want you to do, to sit there and have time to think. You know, my father taught me that, Lisa. He always told me, don't make hasty decisions. Do your own thinking, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. See, now that moment of separation, look at what it did. Now you got a very divided country out of the whole thing. You got a very divided country,
and it's gonna stay like that. See, this is the thing people be talking about.
You know what I read, Queen? I read an article. When was it? About 2 days ago? They said what we are looking at in the streets with all the protesting. They said the longer this economy don't fully get back up and running, it's going to get more violent out in the streets. They said the violence that we saw before is nothing compared to what's coming. With these economies,
and that's going to be because they looking at what they losing.
Yeah,
you know. See, they got a vested interest in this. They got a vested interest. It's just like I said, I learned so much since coronavirus came out in those first few weeks when it was out. I learned that the Asian community banked on us, put all their eggs in one damn basket, and felt like they was going to get all their wealth through us.
Because that's what they were taught. That's why so many foreigners come and raid the neighborhood and set up shop, because they are taught to come and eat off of us and live off of us. They have been taught that for years.
Yeah. And then they sitting up there whining in the streets of America. And I was looking at this close and I said, death trumps everything. You got people's family members dropping like flies. I said, eventually the people are going to get tired of these Asians crying. You even hearing white folks saying, I'm not going back to an Asian restaurant and stuff.
They are around here.
Yeah. They done. Like I said, ultimately in the end, what we are going to see in America, we're going to see towns that are desolate, where you're just going to see those essential businesses that are going to be there. It's going to be like, which we had been doing, I remember distinctly in the 70s too, where Black folks didn't have a lot of money. So we did our cookouts at the crib or went to a little park, and we just found some things to do together because we didn't have enough money and everything. And we had a ball. I can remember them playing domino, bid whiz, and all of that and stuff. We had a ball. It don't require an arm load of money to enjoy your family. But see, these people are not made up like us. So this is bringing us back to our families, which something Black folks have became a group of separatists trying to have the unquote American dream. And did it work out for us? No, because that's not us. You know, when you start, family members start dying and stuff, and I go through it. I still go through it daily. Oh, I miss my mother and father and my grandparents greatly. I miss them cookouts and all of those things. And I just kind of reminisce and just chuckle and think about all the fun that we had. We had fun, Lisa. I think about how the streets used to be full when we would go out there and play. We would have a ball. I didn't want to come in. Oh, I just wanted to play and play and play and play.
And we did some funny shit too. In the summer, and I know it may seem a little cruel, but what the boys would do, they would remove, those lightning bugs. They would remove the little lights on them and then smash their hands together when they had a bunch of them. And then grab a girl's butt, and then your shorts are glowing in the dark. Like 2 big handprints are on your ass.
Oh my goodness! I never had such a thing. Oh, that is funny.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
We did some crazy stuff. We
We
used
were
to have those big ghetto block parties in the hood. We did all that stuff.
I remember the different games we would play other than hide and seek. Hide
Yeah,
and go.
but now you doing them things and you got the ginger fires calling the police on everything now.
Yeah. Even when two boys would square up and have a little fist fight in the street, now they want to make that a damn crime. That's a part of their development.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They'll make a crime out of anything.
Mm-hmm. Sure will.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But, you know, like I said, what you're looking at is a bunch of scared people that are losing everything. And see, the cops never thought that the public would turn on them. They never thought that people would be going out worldwide picketing cops in America, but that's what's happening. That's what, believe me, I think many of us were praying for this moment where cops would finally go down in this country because they've done so much dirt to us.
Yeah, like I said, I had made a prediction, but I couldn't fully fathom. But I was talking more so about the Kaepernick stuff, and I didn't get the full picture of all of this other stuff. And I was like, wow, it's breathtaking to see it. I said, damn, the people is turned off, and this stuff is spiritual. This is our Father's making. You know, some of these people can be arrogant to think, oh, I'm doing this on my own fruition. No, our Father is moving your energy.
Yeah. And look, these cops got to stand there and watch a crowd go by with signs that say F the police, F the police, and defund the police, and disband the police. I mean, this is what they're looking at, and you know that shit is getting to them.
Lisa, when they said defund the police, and I seen them, is how they moving, I said, uh-oh, the momentum is swinging and stuff. And I was just shocked. I said, oh, this shit is about to go down.
And they're still in the streets, y'all. I guess Trump thought his little executive order was going to do something. Oh, you know,
he made himself look like a fool. He made himself look like a fool. I mean, this dude, I see why his wife don't like being around him. He do shit that's just embarrassing. You went out there to go do that because your punk ass was scared. And you wanted to look like you, I'm not afraid. You got people pissed off and affected by what he did.
And if you notice, these last few cops that shot after George Floyd, you notice how they're doing swift firing and arresting of these cops now?
Yeah, now they doing their damn job.
Yeah. Doing what they should have done all along.
Yeah, they sit up there and will give us some word salad and a whole bunch of bullshit and talking about they investigating and they being transparent and blah blah and whoop. That's just like with the Amber Geiger case. This fucking ass coon ass chief of police talking about she couldn't fire her. It doesn't quite. She couldn't fire her that easily and all of that. And she a lying bitch because she had already fired
other police chief firing people right away. But in Dallas, they can't do that. Come on.
She was already firing liar. She had already fired some black cops.
Yeah.
I think she had fired, two sisters and this Mexican dude. The bitch is a liar. Now all of a sudden that's why when I did that video, round table cooning, y'all full of crap.
Yeah.
And she's a bald-faced liar because when that sister got the shit beat out of her, she was assisting in getting this woman taken down. Yeah. And one of them reporters said, well, did you see what he did to her? And she looked right at that camera talking about she didn't know nothing about it. You the police chief, bitch, and you don't know what's going on? You don't need to be working.
Well, first of all, why would you get in front of reporters and you didn't review anything? That right there is stupid.
Yeah, she's a liar. Because what she does is anytime that she can do something in favor for Massa, she gonna do that. Like I said, you got some of these damn coons out here that you don't even have to tell them to buck. They just automatically buck. And sometimes some of the moves that they make the situation even work. They don't even know, they don't even pay attention to the pulse of what white people are going through at that time. And that's how Candace Owens is going to be hung, because right now they not on what she on, you know. They might, go ahead and do this and that. We get a little chuckle out of that, but it's some stuff in their core communities that they are having to deal with that's affecting their bottom line. And that's why she's not paying attention. They getting rid of these damn coons. I said this shit was going to happen. You know, they don't know when to stop that fucking cooning, because they'll look up and they'll be like, this motherfucking nigga is still here. Get rid of him. I'm tired of seeing them joking around and all that. That's like Diamond and Silk. Do you think Diamond and Silk can come to the table and be serious for 2 fucking seconds? Even when they spoke up at DC, they had to keep reminding these damn coons that you are under oath. They don't know when to shut that shit off.
Well, I knew they were going to fall because they were talking about some black people don't need no reparations. I said, y'all ain't going to last too much longer. And they sure didn't. It was almost like a month or 2 after that. That's when they got the shack from Fox News.
And they don't learn, because every time one of them get axed, do Trump come in and take care of them? He don't even take care of his own when they get axed, get in trouble with the law and stuff like that.
You sure don't.
And I mean, when they get rid of their ass, they get rid of their voice.
Yep. Last article, I went out there to pull to see if there was anything on Diamond and Silk. The last articles written on them was their firing. So even the media has turned away from those two.
Yeah, they sickening. They got a couple of white channels that I'm subscribed to, and they doing videos on Candace Owens' deranged ass. She not fooling nobody but her damn self. I'm telling you, she one of them type of people, Lisa, to step in the room and think she the smartest motherfucker in that room. Her shit don't stink or anything.
Dave Chappelle said it looked like her pussy stank.
Yeah, I know. And I agree with him. You know, I ain't gonna let up. You remember when I did that old grimy video? Systemic yeast infection. Yeah. Al gonna say she didn't got systemic yeast infection from mold. You cannot get systemic yeast infection from no damn mold.
No, you sure can't.
No, we know what Candace was doing. Too many damn sex partners, Candace, in a 12-hour span. Oh, I will drag you. Boy, have her. She don't want to deal with this. I love the picture, the mouth. She looked like she had protein around her mouth, and she was trying to look her worse. I said, this girl was.
I think everybody has been talking about how bad her hair looks these days.
Bitch look emaciated, and all of that. I'm like, Candace, you look like you on that pipe. Something is going on with you. You ain't looking right. You know, when you get married, you're supposed to be glowing. You looking dried up and powdery. You know that, Lisa. Let me stop.
Oh my goodness.
I'm on the road tonight. You're not glowing, girlfriend.
And you notice, and every single one, when they finally kick them to the curb, you never see them pick up another job on mainstream news again. That is really, truly it for them. Yeah, and ain't nobody gonna be really it.
Ain't nobody gonna be messing with you. If you do see them doing something, it's gonna be something that they do to humiliate themselves.
Right. Thank you, Black Diamonds, for the super sticker. You know, that is really true. That is true. And I said, yeah, let's see if now Donald Trump can't have those pacts and have a bunch of people come on the stage and talk about his presidency and him running and they're supporting him. You can't do that now and have all them crowds together.
Well,
But hey,
did you hear that he was trying to force that, and they was gonna have to sign a disclosure where no mask, and you can come to to these to one of these Trump rallies and all of that.
yeah,
I said, these people willing to die to go see this fool?
I know he's not even worth it. But he's going to be having his first rally in Tulsa this coming Saturday.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep praying about that too.
Let's see how many of them are going to get sick after the rally is over.
Yep. I said
they will get sick.
Well, you know, another thing that Trump is doing, he keeps pushing that damn drug, and he's really pissed because they are really been saying strongly, don't take that damn drug.
Oh, I heard one reporter say they believe Trump is lying. He ain't taking that drug. They believe he's lying.
Well, he had I think they had purchased millions of vials of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, this fool, who approved that? Don't you have some doctors along with you?
He probably did.
Oh boy, you talking about dying.
Probably did. That's probably why he went down in the bunker. That's where the shit is. He stored the million down there in that bunker.
Yeah, when I did my Bunker Boy video, a bunch of y'all keep asking me, is that a real picture of Trump when he shit on himself? It is. Don't keep asking me that. The picture is real. Y'all know I'm messy.
You know Trump, he is when he golfs, he don't want to stop. So he just goes right ahead on himself. He don't want to stop.
And that McDonald's leak right from his crusty ass too.
Thank you, Gregory X. Candace divorced herself from Black society and will not.
She was never a part of Black society.
Went back.
And I can prove it to you. Okay, we got Omarosa and we got Candace Owens. And Omarosa do what Omarosa do. Omarosa hair always on point.
Yeah.
There's a sister doing that hair. So Omarosa ain't that fully attached from the Black community because she got to get her head dead. See, she'll go to the hood to go get that shit hooked up. Candace Owens, nope, that shit falling out. She gonna end up bald headed. You see them edges is getting real short.
And you can tell she's relaxing that stuff because it's so damn thin.
She don't know what to do with that shit.
Got that extra thin hair. That's because she's still trying to put that relaxer in there.
Yeah, and stop saying I'm petty talking about her hair. I'm gonna talk about your hair. Your hair look fucked up. I'm gonna talk about it.
I think everybody's been talking about how bad her head looks.
And then her supporters talking about show your face, show your face. You must be jealous of her. I ain't jealous of her. I got exactly what she got.
And who would be jealous of a coon? Get real.
Got this chick all propped up talking about she's intelligent and all.
Only propped up because she's saying all the things they want to hear. I bet you if she was talking like we are, they'd be saying the complete opposite. They ain't fooling no damn body. They'll encourage her to turn on their own, her own, but you can best believe they're not going to turn on their own people, the ones that are sitting there encouraging her to do it. She's so stupid. She don't even know those people technically ain't with her at all.
Yeah. Not even her husband.
When she falls, none of these people are going to stand by her. They going to go on about their business, just like they did to Paris Denard and all of the coons before her.
He gonna be talking about, I gotta my mama's sick and I gotta run to the UK real quick. I'll hook back up with you because his family gonna be like, this bitch is about to drown. So get your ass home.
And Diamond and Silk was the biggest cheerleaders for Donald Trump. They are another one always talking against the community, right? How come none of these people that are cheering them on offered them any jobs? How come they're not trying to keep them afloat? They're not doing nothing.
Mm-mm.
I mean, all these conservative news and all that, how come y'all ain't picking them up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, you know, we know once you're done with a coon, that's it.
Mm-hmm. A coon's shelf life is real short.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come with a retirement plan.
Sure don't. Mm-mm. They didn't know how to parlay that and make sure they had millions tucked away or something, got a coon retirement plan or something,
Mm-hmm.
a idiot fund or whatever. You didn't know how to utilize that shit at all.
Right. And see, Fox News is notorious for firing Black folks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They are notorious. So I don't know what Candace believes. They're not going to keep inviting her on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look, they got rid of Diamond and Silk over them making some false claim about COVID-19 and they threw them out. You let Candace, because Candace is another one that's always calling something a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Let her do it enough. They gonna stop having her on there.
Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
Yeah, like Fox is real loyal to Black folks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like being the court jester. You know, you got to keep the king laughing. Okay, so you got to keep the white supremacists laughing. They get tired of your ass eventually.
Uh-huh.
Your jokes is not funny anymore.
Yeah.
You're not coming up with the right results that they want, or they got some personal issues in their individual communities that they got white folks problems. So we need to get this court jester up out of here. And in fact, when you get them up out of here, humiliate their ass for betraying their own people.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these women, they all got to learn. And unfortunately, it seems like I mean, our men do it too, but it just seems like lately they've been finding an awful lot of Black women that are sitting there cooning.
Mm-hmm.
An awful lot.
Isn't that ridiculous?
No, not really. You know, Candace, I guess she's trying extra hard because she's trying to be top dog coon, you know?
Oh yeah, she want to make sure she maintain that spot. You know, she want to be covenant for that. They don't give out white folks don't give out coon awards. I mean, you can go check with Tariq Nasheed. You know, you got to get a butter biscuit or something like that. The only one I seen happy to get that was that old turtle face looking Negro. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, that's an ugly man. And when I found out he fathered a child, I want to see the woman who did that.
Well, look, Jerry, not Jerry. What's that dude? Peterson.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I didn't forgot his name.
Uh-huh. He has a son. And I was somebody laid down with him. He looked like a wet cockroach.
Wow. I mean, oh Lord. Oh man. When I seen that, Lisa, I was like, who laid down with that?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't enough.
Yeah, Jesse Lee Peterson. There you go.
Yeah.
Older.
And he got upset when they exposed him. Because, you know, he always talking about people having children out of wedlock and all of that kind of stuff. He got upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was a really true description of getting lucky that night. Whoever that woman was had his child, she ain't made herself known.
I tell you what, I wouldn't make myself known either. You wouldn't know nothing about it.
I wouldn't tell. No, that's you don't tell on yourself on certain things. You're like, did I do that?
And I said, look at him. He always look all sweaty and it looked like a wet cockroach.
Oh, Lisa, that's so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nasty. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I was I was in tears when I found that out because they did like an expose on him about him having a child out of wedlock, you know, and I'm like, somebody got knocked up by him.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, how did that all go down? I mean, I know how it went down, but you know, wow.
So so if Jesse can have a child, I guess any man, even the worst of the worst coon, can have one too.
That cow need her behind whooped. I guess she was desperate too.
Well, let's just hope that Candace don't replicate herself. She don't need to reproduce. There are some people that don't need to reproduce, and David Clark is one of them. Thank goodness that man did not reproduce during that marriage.
Yeah.
We don't need no more of him on this planet. Seriously.
Yeah. That was the smartest thing David ever did.
Yes, shoot blanks, David. That's right. That was the smartest thing you ever did. Shoot blanks. That was the smartest thing he ever did.
Oh my goodness.
Either that or your wife just can't get pregnant. That was wise for you to marry her.
I can't have no children. Some men ain't capable.
Plus, does that man even seem remotely fatherly to you?
No.
He wouldn't know what to do with a child.
That poor child would be messed up mentally, having a father like that. All that shit he be talking.
Yeah, wearing them old fake ass badges and everything.
Yeah, and then he likes to put dye on his beard. Because he was looking young.
And then every now and then he gets lazy and he don't dye. And you see all the gray hair.
I see that.
So inconsistent.
Yeah.
He no consistency whatsoever. One time he on TV is black, next time he goes on TV it's gray.
I noticed that too. I seen that shit and I said, "Oh, you slipping."
Yeah, that dark and lovely beard. You got it. That's right, Black Cobra.
Dark and lovely.
That's what I said too. That old dark and lovely beard. Thank you, Gregory X, for the super chat. The networks like their bed wenches goofy and their bed bugs moist. You got that right.
Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, wait.
And then all them people suing after he left as sheriff. It is so many people suing.
But you know what? I said good for Milwaukee because they hired him to humiliate black folks, and he left a pile of shit there. When they were doing their audits, because y'all know I know. And you know what? The only thing that I hate about the situation, Lisa, somebody need to give him a job.
No, that man don't need no job. Let him stay.
I'm having fun doing my videos. I'm hurt.
Now, on Twitter, he was trying to tell everybody to open everything up. It's just the flu. It's just the flu. And after Twitter got on his ass, I don't know. Is he still out there? Because he claimed he was going to quit.
Yeah. Well, he was willing to break the law. Candace will pull that shit.
Him and Candace.
She going in the store with no mask on. Just vain.
Yeah, but they said people in the store were complaining about that. And to me, they should not have let them in, her and her husband. If they didn't have one on, they should not have been let in the first place.
Candace go to the grocery store every damn day to go pick up a meal.
I guess that cop looked at her and saw how emaciated she looked. She just let her in.
Yeah. Yeah, she really looked messed up. Oh, I'm going to do a video. I mean, if I'm going to show my face, I'm going to make sure I look right. Damn. Boy.
So I haven't heard anything more about David Clark. Every now and then you would hear about some stupid shit he wrote down on Twitter. I haven't heard nothing recently.
I just miss my videos. That's why I want somebody to hire him so he can just do a bunch of dumb shit in the media every day. I'm just having
he's so anxious to get out there and open everything up. Give him a mic and let him walk around and interview people out there. You want to be out there anyway.
But really what be hurting them is they don't be getting that coon attention that they used to get. It They get beside themselves, and then Massa got to deal with your ass.
Yeah, he stay unemployed long enough. He gonna have to go out there and get one of them essential jobs.
Mm-hmm. I wanted his ex-wife to write that damn book because he was
She man. Write it. Is their divorce final?
Yes. I checked it all, and they did a private divorce because I was waiting for that because I wanted to see, how it was gonna go down. So he was able to. He must have had. I know he had to break her off to protect his reputation.
Mm-hmm. You had to break her off when you don't even have a job. Damn, that had to hurt.
Well, you see how he did her. He quit that job and scooted his ass up out of that state and went to DC and left her by herself. And they had the cops guarding the house around the clock. And when the new chief of police came in, they was like, "We ain't guarding your crib no more."
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine how she felt. He abandoned her, and now the crib ain't being protected. He talking shit all day, but he had him some new booty. I didn't know he had it in him. I didn't know he had it in him.
That old crazy man had a chick on the side.
Oh, did. And somebody had exposed him, and he was, oh man, he went off. And I said, oh my goodness, he was cheating. I said, he got him.
If he's cheating, he's doing it Tiger Woods style. It's just a bunch of Beckys.
Yep, it was some Becky he was messing with.
That's what I said. That he's doing the Tiger Woods thing. All the women he cheat with are going to be Becky.
Whoever that woman was, she was feeling sorry for him. She was feeling real sorry for him. He probably said he'd been neglected or something like that. He just,
I'm sorry. I know I'm laughing, but I just can't imagine a woman riding that. I'm just sorry.
Oh Lord, can you get the visual? Oh, the visual got me fucked up.
I'm serious. You're playing, you're going.
Lisa, he's so stiff. He wouldn't even know what to do with it.
I'm just saying. I just can't. No.
That dude is so stiff to me.
Mm-hmm.
No way. I can't.
You can't trust no black man with no lips. I said he done been around them for so long. He got their lips. David Clark got no lips, y'all.
Oh Lord.
He ain't got no lips.
Oh Lord. Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoever that woman was that he was messing with, he left that alone. He wasn't satisfying her. I'm telling you,
I'm telling you, that woman.
He's stiff.
She
don't know how to loosen up.
She got on top and tried to ride him, and she was like, this donkey is dead.
Oh my goodness. She said, I gotta go. Yep. It wasn't working out like that. Oh my goodness, Lisa, you went to.
He's so awkward. That dude probably, after he gets finished, he probably reaches under the pillow and pull out a gun. See my new gun?
Lisa, he probably wear the cowboy hat and the boots and the whole process.
Yeah, probably wear that to bed.
Oh Lord.
The woman look over and like, what the fuck? Oh, this is my pajamas.
Oh my goodness. It ain't easy to You haven't heard no women come out the cracks talking about, oh yeah, I used to do the sheriff. They just say, you know what?
Some people you just can't picture.
I'm gonna just cut my losses here. We don't need to.
What do they do? Go to bed with them bad wigs on?
girl, you know what, Lisa?
When it comes time to ride, they be like, Donald Trump!
Them cows sleep on their back, so them dudes don't get messed up. When they get their head dead, when you get your hair dead, they just sleep on their back. I don't want to mess this up. I gotta be camera ready. The more ghetto ass hairstyles. Ooh wee. Drinking Kool-Aid out of a damn wine glass. You don't have no tact and no diplomacy at all. You know, I'm sure I got class. I got my pinky finger out when I drink my alcohol. No, my Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but don't you remember them two dodos would do their videos and did they have Kool-Aid in wine glasses?
I was like, oh Lord,
tacky shit.
I said, are they serious? They don't know when to shut that shit off. Getting on my nerves.
Wow.
They got the serious pimp hand, quiet as a church mouse. Your ass get, you know. And you notice you never seen no family come around claiming that shit.
No, you sure don't. You sure don't. I mean, it's something to be said when you do all that cheerleading for the president and you've been wearing the same damn wigs as long as he's been in office.
No extreme makeover or nothing like that.
Nothing. I looked at those two. I was like, you're on Fox News now. You mean to tell me they ain't giving you enough income to buy a couple of new wigs or something? They put them same tired ass wigs on Fox News too. Never tried to improve.
And let's not forget broke ass Stacey Dash.
Oh my goodness.
She just you
Something
know what
came out about her just a few days ago about her divorce.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. I saw it, I think maybe over the weekend. They had wrote something else up about her getting a divorce. But I was like, nah, I don't think nobody want to hear about her and her divorce anymore.
She did that to her damn self. She played herself out. She didn't get no Fox sue money or anything like that. She was one of them bitches that was loyal to the company. And this was a pat on the back. That's all you got to do. Just pat them on the back, on the top of the head, and say, "Oh yeah, you sacrificed yourself for the company." Then she, you know, she was going down the trough. She hooked up with a broke dentist. She couldn't catch nobody in Hollywood.
Yeah, and they only dated for 10 days before they got married. I was like, Stacey, 10 damn days? Come on. You don't know nobody in 10 days.
Stacey, Then she got her ass whooped by them white kids, them white teenagers up in that house. They didn't like that bitch at all. Nothing wasn't working.
No. No. And she when after the arrest, she had to admit she was broke.
Did I scream when I seen that article, Lisa? I was screaming. When I seen that, I said, damn, she got to get a public defender. And I guess he felt sorry for her and he bailed the ass out. And you know, I knew it wasn't gonna work because when them kids in there fussing and stuff, that shit ain't gonna work.
No. But I wonder where were her kids, because she got kids too.
I guess they was probably with their daddy or something like that.
Yes. This is divorce number 4.
She do have a grown son. She might be living with him.
Well, she got her. Yeah, that's the son she had with singer Christopher Williams. I think that was her firstborn.
Wow. Now, how did them two hook up? She hooked up with a black man?
Yeah, she hooked up with a black man. I think that was like back in the 90s. She had her son, and she was with him.
Wow. You know, I didn't know that until recently that she was with him. I did not know that.
Williams, yeah. And I think the other kids she got are all biracial because from that point on, she's done nothing but marriages to a bunch of white guys.
Yeah. And always end up with the short end of the stick. Don't have no bank account, don't have no house,
You
don't
didn't
have
get alimony or nothing from none of them?
you shouldn't play them cards right.
You just kept getting married and ended up with nothing?
Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
Mm-mm-mm.
Our
I
father
bet
gonna make you,
she's gonna be
our
asking
father gonna
for
make you
alimony
think
'cause she
some kind of
broke.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Broke ass.
Yeah.
Her cousin tried to help her out, and she wanted to turn her nose up. She was in one of them B movies. Then she wanted her name off the marquee and stuff, and it was just a bunch of mess. Remember, she was she was running for something.
She was attempting to run for Congress, but you got to have money to run from Congress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't have no money.
When I seen that, I said, "Ain't no," and she not go. I said, "Ain't nobody gonna you know, because you got to raise money and stuff." I said, "She ain't gonna be able to raise 50 cents.
Mm-mm.
That ain't gonna happen."
Yeah, you got to have money to do all that heavy campaigning and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and you're gonna have to have white people back your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Mm-mm. So that lasted for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it lasted as long as her marriage. 2 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Boy, when it rains, it pours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I'm glad she's gone. We don't need to see her no more.
Mm-hmm.
No, I doubt if anybody will pick her up. To be honest with you, I can't even see nobody offering her an acting job at this point.
You know what we're gonna see her do? She gonna be doing like with them washed up boxers and stuff do, where you'll see her out there doing some celebrity wrestling, something to just humiliate you. That's what you see them doing, stuff like that. Or you might see her in one of them reality shows over in Australia where everybody in the same house together for washed up celebrities. That's where you're gonna see her ass at.
Yeah. Now she too old to do Clueless now.
Yeah.
So
didn't that Clueless marked her? You know, people always using that word, clueless. Did she come off clueless?
Well, the thing is, that's the only, she did more movies than that, but that's the only one everybody really remember that she was in.
Yeah.
She definitely did more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when she got arrested, she was listed as Caucasian. And I was like, Stacey, you ain't no damn Caucasian. What the hell are
you still about? On that bullshit.
But that's what they had. She was Caucasian. I believe she had a Mexican mother and a black father.
Yes. She just really hate herself, but she played herself, broke ass. You next to that kind of money, and you didn't get none of it.
No.
You in the arena.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she was married to him knew him for 10 days, been married for 2 years, and now divorcing.
And you know that was a desperate act. She said, I guess I'll have to follow for this dentist and everything. Because when nobody checking for your ass.
Yeah. I mean, that is, yeah, you're right, lovely Cherokee. It was pretty pathetic. But hey, she made her bed. Let her lay in it now. You can't worry about her. It's not like she was concerned for the community. She sure wasn't.
You have no allies when the shit goes down.
Yeah, and the way she was talking about the Black community, I'm really surprised that she even raised a Black son.
Yeah.
You know, the way
you never know. She probably got his head all messed up too.
Yeah, she could. I wouldn't doubt it. Man.
Long trip.
All right, y'all. We gonna cut on and I know I'm going to have a whole bunch of people tomorrow morning say, I didn't know you were doing a live stream at midnight.
You missed out on it.
This.
Sure did.
Yeah, they'll see this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it that often, but periodically I probably will get on
fun.
midnight.
I like it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Switch up like that.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is, people are up, but it's still a lot of people, they ain't gonna went back to work. It's still a lot of people in. Because, the few times I've been out, I noticed the traffic is still really, really light.
It's very light.
Mm-hmm.
And even because we went out to the store about 2 days ago, and even when you go to the store, the parking lot is like a ton of spaces in the parking lot. So you can tell a lot of people are still not venturing out.
No, people are timid.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were saying, they using that damn Instacart.
And I had to go hit the ATM because, it's this time of the year. I had to pay the lawn guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no choice. I had to, get some money to give to him.
Yeah, I broke down and went to the store the other day, which I rarely go shop. My husband do most of the grocery shopping. And it felt weird to me. But when I went in there, people, they had sanitizer, washing down baskets and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And people are in there getting their shit and getting up out of them stores.
Yeah.
They ain't hanging around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed even when you go in, you can see everybody is trying to be all covered up in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Cashier got a mask on. I was like, wow, it really is not worth it being out here. I really don't care if I don't go out at least until sometime in July. I really don't care.
Yeah, I was already quarantined in the damn house, so it didn't even make a big difference to me.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I hated that I didn't really get to see my granddaughter.
Yeah,
like I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
She's growing so fast.
Yeah, they always do.
Mm-hmm.
I like that picture you sent me, the last one.
The last one. What did she have on? Did she have on a little dress or something?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that baby growing fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I thank all of you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I mean, I'm glad that many of you decided to stay up.
Mm-hmm. So
everybody, please enjoy the rest of your night. And I got a premiere coming up, I believe, at noon.
Noon?
Make sure you come back for the premiere.
Wow, 354 people. That's cool.
Yeah, well, at one point I looked up, we had over 600 between my two channels.
Oh, so that's damn good. That's what you normally pull.
Mm-hmm. For this time of the night, I was not expecting that.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, family. Again, I pray the Most High continue to watch over each and every one of you, and He continue to fulfill your needs even during this time of judgment on the Gentile world.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, peace, family.
Oh.